Do you love an addictive fragrance? I adore an addictive fragrance, and the great thing about an addictive fragrance is everyone else finds it addictive too, so people will want to be around you, they'll want to be near you. So I thought these sorts of fragrances would be perfect for a date night, because when you go on a date, you want to smell addictive to your date. That's going to be a win, surely, if you're going on a date. So here are 5 addictive fragrances perfect for a date. There's something about fragrances that smell good enough to eat. I find these fragrances to be addictive. You want more of them. They never get too cloying, they never get too sickly sweet. They're just addictive. And I just love these sorts of fragrances because you love the way you smell yourself, and if you're pleasing yourself, then that's the first good thing. But then if you're pleasing other people around you, if you are going on a date and you want to impress your date, and you want your date to maybe come back for a second or a third or a fourth date, or maybe become your long-term partner, then if you wear a fragrance that's going to get them addicted, then you know what I'm saying. I'm going to start with one of my all-time favorite designer fragrances, particularly for the cooler months, but I think on a date night evening, this would probably work all year round. I find this really addictive, and I think other people do too. Viktor & Rolf's Spicebomb Extreme. We're talking creamy, indulgent vanilla, tobacco, sweet, spicy cinnamon, cumin, and whiskey. I just love Spicebomb Extreme. I find it super addictive. I think it's the creamy, sweet, custardy nature of the vanilla combined with that sweet, dark, robust tobacco, and then some warm, sensual spices. This has just got all the ingredients that will get people addicted, because it's a scent that you want to lean into. Not that it doesn't project, but you will smell it, it will project really well, but when people are smelling it, they'll probably just want to come even closer and get an even more intense version of the smell, because they're getting addicted. Honestly, this is one sexy, spicy, addictive fragrance. If you're looking for a date night scent and you don't already own this, go and give it a sniff, see what you think, because I think it's perfect. I can't stop talking about this fragrance. The reason I can't stop talking about it is because I can't stop wearing it, because I'm addicted. From Parfums de Marly, it's Althair. This is from perfumer Hamid Mourati Kashani, the same guy who made Leighton, so he knows his way around an addictive fragrance. Cinnamon, cardamom, again a creamy, indulgent vanilla, praline, and candied almond. Kind of even a little bit addicted to that note breakdown on paper. Like, without even smelling the fragrance, I look at those notes and I think, I'm addicted. But when you smell this scent, when you spray it on, it is so smooth and sweet. I get a little bit of smoky, sweet burning woods in the background there, which just makes it even more enticing. The praline is bringing this really sensual, indulgent, gourmand, dessert-like quality to the fragrance, and like I say, if you smell good enough to eat, then that's always a good sign and likely to really impress your date. This one also has layers of refinement and sophistication built into it. It smells like a very classy, very luxurious fragrance. It smells of money. I know this is a niche fragrance and it is on the pricier end of perhaps what a lot of people pay for fragrances, but with this scent, I think you get everything you pay for. You don't have to spray that much of it because it is really strong, so you do get decent value for money because performance is excellent. I invested in this, I paid for this with my own money, and I do not regret it one bit because I have been loving this. If you're going on a date and you want a fragrance that is really going to impress your date, then please go and smell Althair, because I think you will be impressed. And even more than that, I think you'll be addicted. So when you're going on a date, if you can wear a fragrance that is a little bit erotic, I think that's a good choice. And I think Tom Ford's Figue Erotique does exactly that. I mean, figs are good enough to begin with, but when they are erotic, I mean, come on. There's a beautiful juicy fig note, there's even a green fig leaf smell, some punchy pink pepper, brown sugar, and vetiver. You get a little bit of green, fresh figginess on the top of this, presumably that's the fig leaf, but then it dries down into the heart where you get this sweet, juicy, gorgeous fig. But just to balance out the sweetness, they sprinkle a little bit of salt in there as well. And whenever you sprinkle sweet with salt, you get this clash, this explosion of addictive juxtaposition. I don't know about you, but my favorite popcorn is sweet and salted combined, because you're just constantly getting this clash of sweet and salt on your palate. And I find that works just as well with fragrances. And just to make that explosion of contrast even greater, there's brown sugar. So the sweetness of the brown sugar, the juicy sweetness of the fig, the saltiness combined, and this is one addictive fragrance. And one more thing which I think make it perfect for dates is the white floral element to this. It's ylang ylang, and white florals can be a little bit indolic, a little bit carnal, and I think you get that. It brings a bit of naughtiness to the fragrance, and I think that's possibly where the erotic name comes from. So Figue, Erotique, it's addictive, it's great for dates.
If you love fragrance as much as I do, head over to my online store luxparfum.co.uk. You'll find my favourite brands plus brands you can't find anywhere else in the UK. Link is in the description.
A line of fragrances I think is just perfect for gentlemen, and this particular fragrance is perfect for dates. This is Givenchy's Gentleman's Society Ombre. A little bit spicy, there's some nutmeg in the top, some creamy indulgent sandalwood, creamy indulgent vanilla and tobacco. With the Gentleman's Society fragrances you get this slightly lipsticky iris. I don't think it's as lipsticky as in some other lines like the Valentinos and the Dior Homme. This is just slightly toned down, but you still get that really sensual, sexy quality that you get from this style of iris. But the star of the show in Society Ombre is the tobacco. It's this sweet cherry tobacco. I find it really addictive. It's not a smoky sort of tobacco. This is just a very smooth, rich, dark, very sexy sort of smell, and the ambery qualities that you have in this fragrance just bring some extra smoothness and depth, making this a really addictive sort of a scent. It has a beautiful sophistication to it, very gentlemanly. It also has an assured confidence, so I think this is going to give you that little bit of a confidence boost when you wear it. Add that into the date night situation and everything just works perfectly. Gentleman's Society Ombre, please go and smell it if you haven't already, because most of you will love this and all of your dates will be addicted. So I've talked about fragrances smelling good enough to eat. One of my favourite desserts when I go out for a meal is a creme brulee. If I can smell a little bit like a creme brulee, then I know I'm onto something. This fragrance does exactly that for me. From Atelier des Ors, this is NOIR Vanilla. This is woody and musky. There are 3 different types of vanilla in this, each having slightly different facets, bringing this creamy creme brulee sort of character. There's also some mimosa. Have you ever been out for a meal and you order that creme brulee and it has that beautiful glazed brown sugar hard surface? You take your spoon, you stab it in, and just like breaking ice on a frozen lake, the brown sugar glaze just breaks apart and this rush of sweet, creamy vanilla just engulfs you. Take all that, take that feeling, take that addictive nature and apply it to a fragrance. But this isn't just about smelling like a creme brulee, because if it only smelled like a creme brulee, that might get just a little bit too sickly sweet. To offset this creamy, indulgent sweetness, one of my favorite things about this fragrance is this mineralic saltiness that it has. You just would not expect that to be combined with vanilla, and it's to the point where it's almost a little bit sort of salty, seaweedy marine quality. To give you a little bit of an idea of how this smells, take Tom Ford's Oud Mineral. If you're familiar with that fragrance with its salty, marine, seaweedy sort of quality, and then combine the sweet, indulgent creaminess of a creme brulee. Put those 2 things together, and for me, this is what NOIR Vanilla is, and it's such an interesting contrast. Again, we're going back to this juxtaposition, this clashing of different notes, this contrast, which makes it so addictive. I love vanilla fragrances, but sometimes vanilla fragrances can be a bit too vanilla. They can lean too hard into the vanilla, but because this is layered and textured and contrasted with other notes, it's such an interesting and addictive fragrance to me. Honestly, this is one of the best vanilla fragrances I own, and I think this would absolutely win any date over. I've just been going through a little phase at the moment of wearing these sweet, indulgent, addictive fragrances. I think actually I'm addicted to them. So I just wanted to talk to you about them in this video. I hope you found it interesting and useful. If you did, please give it a like. Let me know what you think about the fragrances featured in this video, and what are your most addictive fragrances that you think would be perfect on a date. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do all that, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.